Thank you very much, and good morning, Drake. My name is Gregory Bowl, and welcome to the Holiday Movie Preview. Today I'll be talking about the top 10 movies in the box office, upcoming releases, and upcoming DVD releases. Here are the top 10 movies in the box office right now. Twilight leads with $42.8 million, which brings their total gross up to a whopping $230.9 million. The Blind Side follows with $40.1 million, and which brings their total up to $100 million even. 2012 picks up the third spot with $17.6 million, bringing their total gross up to $138.4 million. And Old Dog's Tales pathetically with $16.8 million, taking the fifth place spot is the old holiday classic A Christmas Carol with $15.7 million. Sorry, Jim Carrey.
Ah! Humbug.
Now to upcoming movies. First, we have James Cameron's highly anticipated Avatar, starring Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana. Set in the future, Jake, a paraplegic war veteran, is brought to another planet, Pandora, which is inhabited by the Na'vi, a humanoid race with their own language and culture. Those from Earth find themselves at odds with each other and the local culture. I wonder if it's a metaphor for something. Next, we have Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes, starring Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. Detective Sherlock Holmes and his legendary partner Watson engage in a battle of wits and brawn with the nemesis whose plot is a threat to all of England. Finally, we have the legendary Clint Eastwood's Invictus, starring Morgan Freeman and the yummy Matt Damon. This film tells the inspiring true story of how Nelson Mandela joined forces with the captain of South Africa's rugby team to help unite their country. Newly elected President Mandela knows his nation remains racially and economically divided in the wake of apartheid. Believing he can bring his people together through the universal language of sport, Mandela rallies South Africa's rugby team as they make their historic run to the 1995 Rugby World Cup Championship match. Now in DVD releases. First off is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This sixth installment of the Harry Potter series was long awaited, but has a shocking twist at the end that we won't ruin for you guys. You have to spend the $20 to get the DVD. Next one is Terminator Salvation, in which we find out why John Connor was so important to the future and why Arnold Schwarzenegger had to be back to rescue him. Our third DVD release is Public Enemies, starring the even more yummy Johnny Depp, in which he wields his big guns and goes robbing banks and becomes the legendary gangster that we all know of today. And finally, the sequel to A Night at the Museum, starring the Ben Stiller, with his new action-packed sequel involving him having to keep at odds with the museum that has come alive at night. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for entertainment. Back to the two of you guys.
All right, well, thank you, Greg. Hopefully that will give you some ideas for what to get your friends and family with the movies we just saw. Here with me today, I have Jenna Pate to show you what to do with those gifts after you purchase them. Jenna is going to show us how to gift wrap your presents to make them fit under the tree. Thanks for coming in today.
Well, thanks for having me. And you're absolutely right. Just because you've bought the most perfect gift doesn't mean that it's ready to give away just yet. Here I've already pre-wrapped a gift. It's just simple red paper. Nothing too decorative yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to tie a bow on it that's going to really make it pop. The first thing you're going to do is just slide a ribbon underneath the gift.
Does it matter what kind of ribbon you use?
You know, that's a good question. I like to use something that's at least, 2 to 3 inches thick at first to give it, to make it really stand out, and then I'll show you what to do with some thinner ribbon later on. You're going to pull this one through. You want to make sure that you have enough ribbon in order to make a loop and tie the bow after. But the right side is going to be longer. And you're going to take the longer side and cross it over. And now right here at this cross point, you want to hold it tight because we're not going to make this with any knots here.
Okay.
So hold it tight there and wrap the longer end all the way around. And now you see that it's nice and flat on the bottom.
It seems pretty simple so far, Jenna. What's next?
Well, now you're going to take this part and cross it once again over the same point and wrap it all the way underneath. And then pull your ends to make it nice and tight. Now this way it's not one of those tricky knots that you have to get scissors to cut off.
Right.
Now you're just going to take this part and loop it just like you would to tie your shoe.
Okay.
You'll wrap this one all the way around and pull it through to finish the knot.
All right, well that looks like it's ready for the tree. I don't think I'd want to open that and ruin the wrapping though.
Well, not yet. We're actually going to add to it. All you're going to do now is you want to just adjust it to make it look exactly
Pretty.
how you want it. Yes.
All right.
And now we're going to take scissors and cut the ends of the bow just to make sure that they're even. And I like to cut them at a diagonal.
That looks nice.
And then the other end. And now just to add some more shimmer to this bow, what I like to use is a little bit of this thinner ribbon, which you can get with any of your gift wrapping, you know, papers and tissue papers at any of your supply stores. And I've already pre-cut a piece here, but you're just going to wrap it around about 4 or 5 times will do the trick.
Okay.
And once you get this around, just like another bow here, you're going to take the same ribbon and shorter piece.
Okay.
And you'll put it to the middle and attach it with the shorter piece of ribbon. Then what you're going to do is just tuck these ends underneath the bow.
Oh, well that
And
looks
you've got
pretty.
you got a little shimmer in the middle.
Very,
Finish your
very
package.
nice. Are there any techniques you can use if you're not big on the whole gift wrapping thing?
Yes, of course. I actually have a couple candles here.
Oh, okay.
Tricky to wrap. I have one for you to do this with me.
Oh, exciting.
Tricky to wrap. You're not just going to wrap this with your wrapping paper and tie a bow on it.
Okay.
So gift bags are always a good thing.
Oh, yes.
And the trick is you're going to take a couple pieces of tissue paper. So we'll open our bags up. If you take your first piece, you're actually going to wrap your candle in it.
Okay.
So if you stick the candle in the middle, and then just pull these ends up. All right, and we'll place it into the gift bag. Some of that will stick up, and then you'll take your second piece and just fluff it around a little bit. All right, and stick it in the top. Once again, really simple. No tape, no scissors needed to undo the bow. Just really simple for kids, adults, anybody, any of your friends and family.
Well, that looks great. Everything looks wonderful. Thank you so much for showing us gift wrapping today, Jenna. And once all of you have finished your gift wrapping, we will head to a commercial break before coming back. Thank you.
Your insurance doesn't cover you, eh?
What would you do if your insurance company threw you to the curb? Don't get caught without insurance. Don't get caught without Firm Rock Insurance.